Yeah.
That's the Johnny Bonner Show. Thank you for coming on to this wild and crazy world we're in. The world ain't crazy, it's the people in it. All these shootings and it's, ladies and gentlemen, we need prayer. And once you took prayer out of school and we not following God and we playing church and we messing up with so many people. And notice all these Marines and veterans, and it's crazy. We gonna have to get Donald Trump out of there. It's got to be a state of emergency. They see all the illegal stuff he's doing and all the lies. So it's trickling down. Then he let 1,600 people go for the insurrection for January 6th. He even let some people go to kill police officers, killed that black man. So it's the girl, Jeffrey Epstein. The girl got 20 years, got over in a camp somewhere. Everybody know what that is. He don't want her to talk, so he's trying to make a deal with her. He's not letting that stuff go. He will be indicted the same day. All the women ain't lying on him and that man. Y'all see this, the ticking bomb, and y'all dealing with this guy. The guy is gone. The psychiatrist proved it to y'all. He has systemic racism. He's a narcissistic. And he don't want to let them files go because he might be a pedophile. He's been convicted for messing with women. Catherine, I got that one too. I sent it to you. It went on, and the lady was talking about the 5 or 6, 7, 8 women that he got convicted on. So again, ladies and gentlemen, look, this is most important. This is Johnny Bonner Show. Let's talk about Johnny Bonner. Johnny Bonner said, we got to get this man out of office. Is it serious? It's more serious than ever in the history of time. The psychiatrists know what they're talking about. They gave the man a psychosocial assessment and a Dianetics. 27 psychiatrists say he's the most dangerous man in the world in that White House. He's gone. It's a whole show to him. When you look up the word narcissistic in the dictionary, you see Trump, then Elon Musk, then that governor in Texas. We sick, man. Then Dan Patrick, then the Attorney General Paxton. We sick. And to make America great again, you're gonna take everything, Martin Luther King, take the museum down, take Black History down. You can't take Black History down, young man. You Black history. You come from us. All life comes from the Black woman and the Black man. So you can never get away from us. You'll never outlive us. It will always be us, but it'll always be you. And you know that. The ISIS paper proved that. Like every time one of your women or men have sex with us, one drop of black blood, the baby black. Don't get mad at me, get mad at God. God made it like that. You recessive, we dominant. And you think you're going to run us somewhere? We original everywhere on the planet Earth. You are not original nowhere. You're a liar. And we read in the Bible, John 8:44, you of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you should do. He was a murdering bull, not the truth, and a liar. You a master manipulator, a master liar. You don't give a damn about Republicans, Independents, Democrats, nobody. You can't even get along with your wife. And you just got convicted again for moving money, lying. You, ladies and gentlemen, it has to be a state of emergency. It has to be. Run Roland Martin. Let me prove to you why it has to be. Run Roland Martin.
Will do, sir. But I want to stop before we roll. Roland Martin, not to interrupt your flow, but if you are listening, please, if you haven't already, I need you to click to subscribe to at Johnny Binder Show on YouTube. That's at Johnny Binder Show. Click the notification bell so you'll know when we go live, and share. When you subscribe and share, you save lives. And now we have Mr. Roland Martin coming right up.
Please listen, ladies and gentlemen.
In the history of America, black success has been always followed by white backlash. And Donald Trump, he is the white backlash. And what drives y'all crazy is black success. So, Megan, I'm going to tell you, I told Richard Spencer when I obliterated him on my TV One show, Megan, you better go work out. You better go pump some iron. You better go do some glute exercises. Because, Megan, we ain't going nowhere. We're not leaving. See, y'all can't do what the abolitionists and the plantation folk did to the folk in Virginia and North Carolina when they shipped them to Liberia. We ain't going nowhere, Megan. We're going to be right here. We're going to be right here on digital media. And when they try to get rid of us in mainstream, we're going to set some other stuff up, Megan. Our businesses are not going anywhere. Our politicians are not going anywhere. Megan, we know y'all trying to defund Black America. We know y'all trying to destroy Black institutions, destroy Black nonprofits. Y'all trying to destroy the will of our people. But like my girl Lorraine Toussaint told Carmen Ejogo and Selma, we are prepared for this, Megan. The ancestors run through our veins. They prepared us for this. Megan, you ain't no different than all the folk we saw after slavery, doing Reconstruction, during the 92 years of Jim Crow. Megan, you not new. You simply are the latest white woman who can't stand Black excellence. Renita, you first.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're not going for it. We're not going for it. It is too much disrespect. And this pastors, I love you all. You, the ones that sell out, I love you, but I hate your way. But the pastors that I know gonna step up. Let me call some of y'all. Pastor Jay, you need to come on my show. And you need to speak up to the people. Pastor Remus Wright, you need to come on my show. Catherine, I want you to send each one of them an invitation and find out what day is best for them, okay? Can you hear me? Okay, she's doing something. And Pastor Miller, the president of the Baptist Board, I'm coming to your church, our church. And I had a seat before you. And I passed it back to the pastor, and later on he passed it to you. And I honor you. I need your presence. We are not going back to slavery. And we're not going to sit around and muffle our mouths like we scared of Donald Trump, or the governor, or Ken Patrick, or Dan Patrick, or Paxton. We're not going to be quiet. These men you see behind me, we're not going to be quiet. We're going to step up. We're going to speak up. That's what it is. One of my men missing. I don't see Sugar Ray, but we're family. So again, ladies and gentlemen, the man just told you what they're trying to do. But this is when we're going to become our strongest. Y'all done forced us to come out, and a few of us come together to fight you here. You're not smarter than us. You're going to find out you're more wicked than us. Why Jesus said you of your father, the devil. The lust of your father you should do. He was a murdering bold, not in the truth. You're the biggest liar and killer on the planet Earth. You killed 20 million Indians. You killed 100 million of us. Barack and his wife, Michelle, wearing the t-shirt right now. I meant to put it on there tonight where Catherine can show it. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, they trying to get rid of us. It's not going to work. Miss Renee, if you want to say something, who else I got here?
Y'all have not said thus far as
we need to connect their mic before you can add them to the screen. Okay, all right. You sure right. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we got a few people on here. I've seen okay.
If
I'm
you
back.
could stop pressing buttons, I will add the guest.
I apologize.
You took yourself off the screen. It's all good.
Yes, ma'am. Add the guests. I need them. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a hot show tonight. By any means necessary. This is too much disrespect. We have not did anything to anybody, but they're doing it to us, and we are not going to lay down. Willie Lee, thank you for getting me this show right on time, because I am God's mouthpiece, and I'm going to speak. Miss Renee, I don't know if you sleep or what you're doing. Would you like to come up, or what are you doing? The mic ain't hooked up or nothing. You ain't got to show your picture. Just come on. So again, ladies and gentlemen, Catherine, did you hear what Brother Roland said?
I did.
Did you understand the significance of that? Or do you need to play it again?
I mean, we can play it again, but I understand the significance of it.
Play it again.
In the history of America, Black success has been always followed by white backlash. And Donald Trump, he is the white backlash. And what drives y'all crazy is Black success. So, Megan, I'm going to tell you, I told Richard Spencer when I obliterated him on my TV One show, Megan, you better go work out. You better go pump some iron. You better go do some glute exercises. Because, Megan, we ain't going nowhere. We're not leaving. See, y'all can't do what the abolitionists and the plantation folk did to the folk in Virginia and North Carolina when they shipped them to Liberia. We ain't going nowhere, Megan. We're going to be right here. We're going to be right here on digital media. And when they try to get rid of us in mainstream, we're going to set some other stuff up, Megan. Our businesses are not going anywhere. Our politicians are not going anywhere. Megan, we know y'all trying to defund Black America. We know y'all trying to destroy Black institutions, destroy Black nonprofits. Y'all trying to destroy the will of our people. But like my girl Lorraine Toussaint told Carmen Ejogo in Selma, we are prepared for this, Megan. The ancestors run through our veins.
That's right.
They prepared us for this.
That's right.
Megan, you ain't no different than all the folk we saw after slavery, doing Reconstruction, during the 92 years of Jim Crow. Megan, you not new. You simply are the latest white woman who can't stand Black excellence. Renita, you first.
Ladies and gentlemen, put us all on, babe. Put us all on. This is, and you got to understand, put Miss Renee on too. You got to understand that they started this, and we're gonna end it. They started this. We didn't start this, and they keep coming after us. So it ain't no more time for ducking. We got to go to war, man. Intellectually, and they can't beat us intellectually. That's why they're trying to kill all the voting thing everywhere they can. Because they know. They know. They know exactly what's going on. So they running, and they don't never come on here to debate with me. Once you come on. Yeah. So again, and I'm not bragging. I'm not trying to be funny. This ain't got nothing to do with no Johnny Bonder. It's got something to do with God. I told you when you come on here, you're going to get knowledge, wisdom, understanding, freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, shelter, love, peace, and joy. I wish one of you people come on here with that buffoonery with Donald Trump. Please come on here. I will send you the tag. We'll meet you anywhere you want to meet at. We'll debate with you. If I lose the debate with you, I will pour a bucket of gas on me and a match. You're not going to never win one with me. I have supreme wisdom. I'm not bragging. I'm not being braggadocious. But I am being braggadocious about the God I serve. So, Mr. White Boy, you'll never win with me. I'm your father, boy. And you come from me, not biologically, but genetically. Dr. McFadden wrote the book, The Making of the White Man and the White Woman, comes from us. You recessive, we dominant. Your blue eyes can't have brown, baby. So you can do whatever you want, you can run, but you got a lot of white folks ain't with you. As George Floyd showed you, 50% of the young white children was out in the street. And they don't want to be like you. That's why some of y'all hate your children, because they don't want to be racist like you. You try to teach them. You see that racial epithet? I won't use the word you use. You see that? Don't you ever mess with that dog person. But all life comes from this dog person. Sir, I'm the original man. I'm a God. What are you? You come from me. You ain't come from no ape, no monkey, that Darwin theory, that lie y'all tried to come up with. You'll say you come from anything. And them dogs you love come from a wolf. Dog, my best friend. That's a wolf. You want to love anybody but God. Why God ain't your best friend? The dog didn't give you no damn life. That's your sickness. You adopt more dogs than children. That's a sickness. It's a sickness. 80 million dogs in America and counting. It's a sickness. The dog supposed to have his house. Y'all done moved the dog in y'all house. The dog done took over y'all house. Y'all done imprisoned the dog. The dog supposed to be outside running. You done imprisoned the dog. Now he's laying around doing the wrong thing. And I'm going to leave that conversation alone. Renee is entering again. Put on whenever you can. So give me Empress, Miss Renee, Captain, if one of y'all want to say something about what Roland Martin just said, let me know. Because I'm going to go on a jab crack if you don't.
Okay. I mean, it's just like we were talking about before, but I don't think they understand the universal laws, which means that the pendulum swings back and forth, right? So Roland Martin was saying that Donald Trump is the reaction to Black success. But
yes, he is.
It's okay though, because it's got to go back the other way. You know, we did to determine how quick that return is by what we do, voting to get him out of office and all his little cronies. But the pendulum swings back and forth. So what goes around comes around. And we already talked about too that you can't hate what is not. You hate what is in you, or you hate the reflection of you. So we talked about, what is it? They used to call it fragility, where they felt incompetent and fragile when it came to addressing issues of the past. And this is what you see. They would rather puff up and have this false sense of superiority than deal with what is real. Put the head in the ground and stay asleep. They don't want to be woke. And
Lord have mercy.
As Miss Renee, I'm working with her offline to get her on.
What's wrong with her? I mean, what's wrong with her coming on? What's her phone messing up?
It's not on our end. So just keep rolling. I got it.
Bless her heart. Miss Megan must be talking about me. Miss Medina, you got anything to say?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Let's go with Jasmine Crawford. Let's go.
Okay, so this video is 4 minutes long, so we'll play halfway through or so, and then I'm gonna stop it for comment. Okay.
Play 2 minutes and quit. We talk about it, and then another 2 minutes. You can't play it straight.
Is y'all may have amnesia about this mandate. You know, y'all kept talking about how President Trump was reelected and it was a mandate. And y'all aren't talking about the campaign promises. The campaign promise that he made. You see, when we had the Democrats out there, we weren't promising anything about the Epstein files. For all I know, our DOJ was invested in making sure that they could continue to reveal other people that should be held liable. Instead, it was your side that made this a campaign promise. So to now say that we are playing political games when we know that he actually ran on this is a farce. That's number one. Number two, everyone on this committee and everyone in Congress should have an issue with the fact that right now we know that Ghislaine Maxwell has not only been transferred out of her housing in Florida down to somewhere that looks probably a little bit more like Mar-a-Lago in Texas, but now there are conversations about pardoning her. So I think that the American people should have full transparency about what took place when you're talking about someone who went in front of a grand jury and was found to have enough information to go forward and indict her, and then she was convicted, and then she was given 20 years, yet the president is in talks about potentially letting a convicted sex offender out. That's number two.
Lord,
I'm just
have
gonna pause
mercy.
her.
Lord, have mercy, Jasmine. Don't do it like that. Don't do it like that. We got about 10 Jasmines, man. That girl with the bald head, the other girl with we got some bad black women out here now. Is cutting them up. Jasmine, it just happened to be in the front of the line. But that's what time it is, y'all, that our black women are being put down by Trump, but our black women going to show their excellence now. They're going to show how smart they are, how gifted they are, and they prodigy. And we're going to back each and every one of them. But again, just the Johnny Biden show. And remember, I told you, come on here, you're going to get knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, which will give you freedom, justice, equality, give you food, clothing, shelter, love, peace, and joy. This is real, y'all. These people are trying to take us backwards. We're not going. Look, man, I'm with Demar Vesey, Nat Turner, Gabriel Prosser. I'm for real. I ain't going back. I ain't going back. And I got some millions with me on the Colombian side, on the Nation of Islam, on the Hebrew Israelite, and some of my Christian brothers and street crew. I'm deep, baby. I ain't nothing to play with. I'm stronger now than I was when I was in the dope game. Because now I got God and his 5,000 happy making angels. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we have the power. We outnumber them 11-1. The Colombians, the Puerto Ricans, the Cubans, the Chinese, North Korea, all of them black. They got brown eyes. The census count was to keep you confused, to make you feel like you're the minority, but they have a superior. It's a con game. That's where the census count came from. That's a decent, Mexican decent, Colombian decent, landmass, DSCNT. We've been tricked. I'm letting it out now. Ain't no Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. All them gods, false gods. It's the first day, the second day, the third day, the fourth day, the fifth day, the sixth day, the seventh day. And that's why the seventh day of Adventists won't even worship on Sunday. Because on Sunday, you're supposed to be out with your family. That's right. It ain't even 12 days on the calendar. This God got on the calendar, they made this up. Julius Caesar said he wanted to be remembered July. Augustus Caesar said, I want to be remembered August. So I've been holding back. I'm not holding back no more. I'm letting it out. You killed Puffy. You killed Tupac. You killed all of them. You killed Bron James. Get out of there. get you a corporation. They killed Kobe. I told y'all I had the evidence on that. Omar Johnson just came out about 5 days ago with the rest of the evidence. He was going to open up an NBA. Ain't nobody open up no NBA, man. Them people got that thing tied up. NFL, baseball, soccer, Vegas, Atlantic City. They got all the oil and diamonds. The Rockefeller, the DuPonts. They done pimped us, the Knesset family. There's 24 families run this. And we run around here and work all our damn life and die with nothing. When you pay for a house for 30 years, you done gave them $200,000 to $600,000 of principal and interest. Take your note for 30 years and time it. The house is $198,000, but you done paid $500,000 for it. Why? Because you ain't got no damn money. I ain't got no damn money, so we got to pay a little bit at a time. So after 30 years, your teeth done fell out your mouth because you ate the wrong food. Can't have sex with your wife. You got a big belly. You're fat. We lean in heart disease. We eat the wrong food. Our teeth is not even made to eat meat. Where all these root canals and cavities come from. We got to wake up. Our people destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Pastors, come sit down where we can teach you and give you what you need. We got to teach our people the truth. Jesus said the truth will set you free. I'm not playing no more with none of you. I'm going to do a roll call. And I'll have Captain to send y'all coming on here. And the ones don't come on here, I'm going to give you my guest. Oh, yeah. Come on, Jasmine.
Number 3, I don't know if any of y'all took the time to sit down with any of these survivors, but let me be clear. These survivors have made it abundantly clear to us that there was cooperation at all levels of government, and they are talking about fake immigration papers. And they're talking about fake modeling agencies. For all we know, there are people that are still embedded in our federal government that allowed for this to take place, that were profiting from this. So yes, this is relevant to what we're talking about. The 4th thing that I want to say is I'm tired of y'all cherry picking one horrible event, because that's what y'all do. Y'all find one terrible situation that took place, and then you say that person's name and you wear it out and you make it political. The reality is this. I got a few names for you if you want to start going through names, and you tell me which one of these names you've decided to do any type of legislation behind. We've got Virginia Giuffre. We've got Annie Farmer. We've got Maria Farmer. We've got Courtney Wild, Michelle Licata, Jenna Lisa Jones, Jennifer Araz, Sarah Ransom, Shantae Davies, Carolyn Adriano. And the reality is that it's our understanding that there may be close to 1,000 victims of Epstein, Maxwell, and others. So stop playing these games and acting like you care about one particular situation. You take a situation and then you exploit what has happened to not only that person, but you exploit those families and you make it a game. Stop just throwing a random dead person's name on something for your own political expediency. If you want to start talking about actually solving something, then maybe we should go to the other campaign promises, the ones that allegedly gave y'all a mandate. When he said he was going to lower prices on day 1, yet that didn't happen. When he said that he was going to be ending wars on day 1, yet that didn't happen. Where he said that he was going to save the American people, yet that didn't happen. Because as we know, in that big ugly bill that every single one of you voted for, except for Mr. Massey, because he seemingly is the only one that's got any sense over there. Y'all voted for that bill. And the last time I checked, it's driving us further into debt while kicking people off of their health care, in addition to making sure that billionaires, which I would not be surprised if we start to roll out those names, and a number of those same billionaires, because these weren't $2, they weren't $2 Johns. That's not what I got from the information. So stop telling us that you care. Show us that you care. Show those survivors that you care. Sign the daggone discharge petition. Sit down and hear their stories and then tell them to their faces that because your leader does not want to talk about this, that is who you have pledged your loyalty to and your fealty to, and you're not going to protect them, and you're not going to protect others that are suffering right now and others that will suffer in the future, and I will yield.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a fact. We gotta wake up. We are too complacent. We go along to get along, and we work all our life and die. Prairie View, just one little city. They want to take everybody's land. We ain't built a downtown there in 50 years. Huh? We don't have 1,000, 2,000 jobs for them children. And 3,000 of them fall out of school every year. But we want to run down there and give a party. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're not about God's business. We had clubs right now tonight, when that's Sunday. All the clubs full right now to get their last alcohol in, their last hookah pipe. Because we miserable. When people miserable, they party. They drink more alcohol. We miserable. They eat more food. So again, we blind, deaf, and dumb. And that's why I say we should study to show ourselves approved. These people trying to kill us, and we walk around here like ain't nothing happening. You that want to be conscious, you that want to be successful, I go my number, 281-896-8215. Come join us. Gloves up, guns down. Pick up the glove, live another day. Pick up the guns and die the same day. Come and join us, and we'll coach you, teach you. And you that want to be in real estate, come join us. We'll teach you how to do real estate and sell dirt and stay out of trouble. And you that's in trouble, call us. I work with 22 different lawyers. Call me. And we done won 30 cases in 40 days. Me and Jonathan Ronald Ray. We won 2 capital murder cases. Yeah, I'm the head leader, a consultant for all the investigation, and I deal with the police to make sure everything is correct. We got a life sentence off of us in 7 days. Me and Willie Garrett, I call his team down here. Huh? Won the first hanging case in America. Johnny Binder, been arrested 41 times. Huh? Been on death row tank. Yeah. For killing a police officer I never seen. 18 years for robbing a jewelry store that I never robbed. Huh? And Judge Joe Keegan, a beautiful white woman. A white woman helped made me, and she will be in my movie. That's the Johnny Binder case. That's the Johnny Binder's call. That I'm fighting now, that I went and you woke me up. The worst thing you ever did, Mr. Hitler is sending me to prison. I want to thank you while you're on the way to hell with a gasoline jacket on. You got one leg in hell and the other one going too. You're not going to get away. You're the rottenest judge on the planet Earth. David Hittner. Hittner, really Hitler, but Hittner. You a mean guy. You gave away more life sentence, more time. It's all right. It's all right. God gonna bring him out. I'm definitely gonna get my grandson out. It's a conflict of interest, by the way. Dummy. You don't even know what you're doing. But thank you. Thank you so much. And you dumb lawyer. You're an effective assistant counsel. Thank you. So again, I am so glad that you crossed me and gave me 40 years. Because while you think I was playing dominoes, I was playing God knows. And while you thought I was in the cemetery, God turned to a seminary. So thank you, sir. Thank you. And these boxes behind me, I'm that boxer too. Thank you. Bring all the people on, Catherine. Bring them on. Okay, Renee done faded out again. Okay. Bless her heart. Something wrong with her phone. Medina, you have anything to say?
I just may jump into this. So okay. We're following the current events, we're following the news. We have an understanding that we have a president that can care less. Okay. And he's emotional. Everybody knows he wears a skirt. All right. What can we do to change that? Okay, we don't have the solution to that right now, right?
Yes, we do.
But this is my
Get him out of
thing.
office. We got to get him out of office.
Okay,
State of
we
emergency. We got to vote him out.
yes, okay, yes, indeed. I agree with you. But my thing is, because this is something that just came across me, I said, well, when they freed us as slaves, right? Some of the slaves took what they had or nothing and left the plantation.
Come on.
Then you had the others who said, I don't want to go. Where am I going? This is all that I know, right? So they stay. Now they receive a few pennies to do work around the house or whatever the case may be. Okay. My point is, right, if we know that this is not our land, they freed us. Why don't we take advantage of the opportunity? The opportunity is, okay, to get as much of an American dollar you can get, okay? And I already went over this. Why aren't we searching countries? Why are we waiting to the last minute? Okay, why are we waiting for a war to say, "Oh my God, this is all that I have. This is what I have to left to do whatever I have to do. Oh my gosh, what are we going to do?" No, 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 no. It shouldn't be like that. If you see what's going on, we really don't know what the future holds. Okay, so my thing is, why not? While we have the opportunity, go take a language class real quick. Okay, I'm not saying for those that only speak one language, you need a different you need to add in a language. Okay, so let's do that first because they're locking us out with that bilingual thing. Okay, that's a cute way of doing it. Okay, oh, are you bilingual? Not fluently, but I can work with it. No, that's not good enough for them. Okay, so now the I don't want to call them the immigrants, okay, but the other minorities, okay, are being put into place. So now we have to stand before them and and ask, beg, whatever you want to call it, okay, for a job or an opportunity. Okay. So now first we had the cracker, right? That hid their racism. Oh yeah, we're going we hire 1% minority, right? It's getting to the point where it don't matter anymore. Okay. It don't matter if it's 5 blacks out of 50 that work at this job. That don't matter anymore. Okay. I'm seeing it. So my thing is for people to pay attention to the shift because it's real. Okay, so this is what I said. I said, "Oh, let me hurry up and learn me a language real quick, an extra language." Okay, sign language is good. That's a language as well. Okay, but let me get into let me at least learn Spanish. We need at least 2 languages now, or we're going to be locked out. Okay, here now the thing is, sit back and think about a plan. So when I sat back and thought about some things, I said, I said, okay, what if you basically go to the bank today, say I need a loan, okay, take a $500,000 loan out, right? Let that clear. I'm gonna sit back before I do that. I already have in mind what I am about to do. Okay. The thing is, we speak real estate, but we can afford our house over overseas. You see what I'm saying? We can't afford it here. Okay. Because, like you said, we had to pay for 30 years. Well, we could just take this lump sum, okay, and go own a house in Brazil, go own a house in Costa Rica, where we can walk down the street and be safe because everybody look like us. Then they're rolling out the welcoming mat from Africa. They're telling us to come back home. And we speaking about how they're about to snatch medical away. It's free medical. So what's wrong? Why are we still here? Why are we still here? Why do we believe they had us believing that Africa and other foreign countries were just huts and villages and things of that nature until we
On
got social
purpose.
media?
On purpose.
And then what happens? We see these big, beautiful cities. Who wouldn't want to be a part of that? Who wouldn't want to be a part of 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 not being um degraded and shot down because of your color? You see, or no, shut the door in your face. Oh, it's a brown person coming. When I walked in a place and said, "Oh yeah, I'm here because I want to, you know, I want an opportunity with you guys," and they said, "Oh, where did you see that at?" I said, "It's a sign right there." I said, "That says that you're hiring." They said, "Oh no, we're not hiring." I said, "Okay, this is the things people need to pay attention to." And I went in there on purpose because I wanted to see how they was going to treat me. You see, I know no brown people don't work in this place. You see, but I just wanted to go ahead on and see. And then that just puts the fuel underneath for me to say, okay, Dean, go ahead on and work your little exit plan. Okay. And that's the exit. You darn right. To go ahead on and take out a $500,000 loan and go purchase me 3 houses in different countries and then come back to the United States. Okay. And then if they want bombs over Baghdad, I'm out of here. I'm going home. And I'm taking my family with me. That's the end of it. I cannot sit here and talk about Donald Trump. The only thing I'm doing is paying attention to what he's doing. That's it. So I know what to do next. Okay, not the last minute. And I just rest my case with that.
Thank
Why
you.
are we still here?
Let me help you out. You said a lot, and I'm glad you did. Number one, 80%, 85% of what you said was true. Let me help you out with some of it. We original anywhere we go. We the original man. The Indian they say was here. I can show you the Indian. Why call
Mr. Binder, they stole the land. What
Okay.
can we do about that? It has been stolen. We understand the history, but it has been stolen. So what do we do?
Let me finish, man. What I'm trying to say, we're original anywhere we go. We want to go back to Africa. At least 45, 50% of us need to go back and take our gifts with us, export and import, because now Abraham and the rest of them, they're offering us free houses and everything to come back, free insurance, everything to come back, and bring our giftedness with us. So we need to start a basketball league over there. So again, I agree with you 1,000%. But Marcus Garvey did this before you was born. Marcus Garvey been trying to get us to go back. And they gave us a watermelon and some chicken and a biscuit, and we didn't go. So again, psychologically, what you saying, this gonna go out, Catherine gonna cut it up. They gonna hear what you said, but what you got to understand, they sleep. In the Bible, it says our people destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Everything you said, 300,000 women are left here. Another 300,000 people left. Almost 1 million people done got out of here already. And they started leaving. Everybody's sick of Donald Trump. And they don't want to get caught up in this Cold War because we can't win. China, our little brothers, 15 years ahead of with arsenal, weaponry, them drones. We can't match them no kind of way. No kind of way. And Trump know that. But he don't care. That's why you see Russia with him, India with him, Canada with him. Canada sold $900 billion for oil, and the whole oil line to China because of what Donald Trump did. Donald Trump has bankrupt America. So we, us that's in Intelligent Act, Roland Martin, myself, and other brothers, and Jasmine Crockett, we have to give him up because our people, they sleep. They sleep.
Okay, can I jump in real quick? Okay, so let me jump in real quick. Can I jump in real quick? Because this might wake somebody.
Come on.
Okay, so you know how you sit there and you may plan trips cross country. And the first thing we say, I know because I'm one of them, okay? Oh my God, are they racist over there? Do they like black people over there? So excuse me, I reach out and I ask one of the natives, hey, are you guys, do y'all welcome, African American, brown people, this and this and that? And they said, well, why would you ask a question like that? I said, because I just want to make sure that, I don't run into any racism. They said, that's only the United States. So when we sit here, how people mistreat us here because of us being African American, that can cause fear in us to want to go out and venture out or find new things, because we automatically think, oh, these people don't like us. But they said, why did you ask me that? Okay. They didn't say yes, no. Why did you ask me that?
Medina, we've been conditioned for the last 95 years not to go to Africa because the diamond, the gold, the minerals, because it's the richest country in the world, the continent. So we've been.
Russia just purchased.
Before you put it on, let me finish talking and then put it on, Catherine. We've been tricked. We've been tricked. This is a great conversation, but only 25% of us will leave here. After the war break out, if the war break out, then a lot of us gonna start leaving. But again, this show is a knowledgeable show, and through Willie D, the Ghetto Boy, bringing me on, where I touched 11, 12 million people. As people find out where I'm at on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of that, they're gonna come. And I got my general in Chicago. I meant to put him on tonight. I'm so mad at myself. So again, all what you're saying gonna happen, but ain't but a few is gonna go, probably 20, 30%. It ain't gonna never be no
right, but
they love America. So we can't make them all go. Whoever want to go, let them go. Whoever don't want to go, stay their ass here.
Right. But this is the thing, Mr. Binder. If we just jump up, okay, and just go, not being prepared, okay, because we're forced to go, no other choice to go, no plan in place.
Understandable.
We get somewhere else. As soon as we get somewhere else, if we don't have something under us that they do not have, okay, then you will be enslaved. Once again, you will be out there, you will be picking corn somewhere in a different country. You got a job, but you will be doing some labor.
Listen,
okay, because you didn't come prepared.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we have enough gifted people. You one of them, Catherine one, Miss Renee one. We have enough. She's a school teacher. You're a beautician. Catherine go teach corporations how to run their people. But again, we have enough giftedness to go all over Africa and make it great again. So in our minds, they have whitewashed us not to go over there. So that ain't got nothing to do with, let me finish, sister. That's the government. The government has tricked us. That's why we shooting and killing each other right now. We ain't got past the Willie Lynch, 1712. We still in the Willie Lynch, the puppeteer and the puppet. Fear, distrust, and envy. So again, we have to get out the slave mentality. We're not African Americans. We Africans born in America. We're in Russia. We African born in Russia. Thank God Miss Nico finally coming. Bless her beautiful heart. So that's where we at, and that's where we are. So that's why we scared of Africa, because they have brainwashed us. I know they brainwashed me, because I would see children on malnutrition and hungry, and I'm, I ain't going over there. Why you ain't going over there? I ain't going over there because I'm hungry. That's why they're giving us homes now. They give, what's the name talking about giving us gold? They want us to come home and bring our giftedness with us so we can go export and import. We can have dual citizenship. Can't nobody stop us from having dual citizenship. We the original man anywhere we go. So yes, ma'am, you're right. And we on this channel is gonna start that. Jonah, we was talking about getting some of our people to go back over to Africa to do what we need to do to help our kids and our kind, because a lot of our presidents over there, in fact, that young president, he done woke up. He just did a multi-billion-dollar deal with China. But Catherine, go back and play a Roland Martin because I want Jonah to see what Roland said and speak on it.
Before I do that, I was trying to make a point. There are a lot of
Come on.
programs out there already that have existed for several years that are open to those that are us, diaspora, descendants, and things of that nature. It's through the UN, and it helps fast track second citizenship, if that's what you want, to countries that have it available. So it's not hard. It's just that we haven't explored it and we don't know much about it. And kind of like Dr. Jonah said a couple of days ago when she was first on the show, as far as where you go and where you're accepted, if God sends you there, that's where you're supposed to be. And you got to stand 10 toes deep and accept that, hey, I'm here. So this is what my destiny is. And God bless the rest of you who may or may not like me, but I'm moving forward. And that's the same attitude I take when I walk through any door, because you have to. You have to take your power back from them. And if somebody says, no, they don't want you there because of the way you look, like I say, there's always a blessing in the yes. Excuse me, there's not always a blessing in the yes. Sometimes there's the blessing in the no. You redirect and you go on about your business. But we'll go back to Roland Martin.
Please.
In the history of America, Black success has been always followed by white backlash. And Donald Trump, he is the white backlash. And what drives y'all crazy is Black success. So, Megan, I'm going to tell you, I told Richard Spencer when I obliterated him on my TV One show, Megan, you better go work out. You better go pump some iron. You better go do some glute exercises. Because, Megan, we ain't going nowhere. We're not leaving.
Teach.
See, y'all can't do what the abolitionists and the plantation folk did to the folk in Virginia and North Carolina when they shipped them to Liberia. We ain't going nowhere, Megan. We're going to be right here. We're going to be right here on digital media. And when they try to get rid of us in mainstream, we're going to set some other stuff up, Megan. Our businesses are not going anywhere. Our politicians are not going anywhere. Megan, we know y'all trying to defund Black America. We know y'all trying to destroy Black institutions, destroy Black nonprofits. Y'all trying to destroy the will of our people. But like my girl Lorraine Toussaint told Carmen Ejogo in Selma, we are prepared for this, Megan.
Come on.
The ancestors run through our veins. They prepared us for this. Megan, you ain't no different than all the folk we saw after slavery, doing Reconstruction, doing the 92 years of Jim Crow. Megan, you not new. You simply are the latest white woman who can't stand Black excellence.
Come on.
Renita, you first.
Wow.
Bring everybody on, Catherine. Bring everybody on.
Everyone is on.
Okay, bring them while I can see them. Thank you. Renee, so I guess Renee's phone messing up. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, my partner on, and one day, soon, my co-host, Dr. Jonah Nico, my friend for 15 years. She's back on for the second time. I'm going to be scheduling around her, getting her to come on because she's doing a lot in Beaumont. But she has to be on this show because this show is going to caterpillar to the movie where we make millions. And we're going to have our own show where we can touch millions of people. Jonah, I sent you a thing where Jasmine Crockett and this white guy just got a show. I sent it to you on purpose.
I seen it.
Yes, I did. And I'm telling you, that's what time it is. Everybody got to find somebody they can bounce off because ain't no lot of like that. Stephen and that boy, they had something going on. Shay Shay, but Shay Shay messed it up after he got the $100 million. Here go a fool got $100 million. I love him, but he a fool. $100 million. And you let a little white girl from Fanfare call you and tell you she gonna give you a black baby. She want to give you a black baby. and you run down there, you ain't had the contract for 2 days. The ink, they ain't dried on it. And you take your silly self over there, her and Tony Bugs in the closet, and they film you. You'll never, that little show you got now ain't nothing. You had $100 million show and $30 million worth of commercials. So they ain't gonna get me and you. Never. Because we rooted in God. No matter who called you, who called me, whatever they say, we have the giftedness in both of us. People been looking at what you did the other day. So they want to see a woman that can draw, a woman that got a mouthpiece, but from God's piece, and has the wisdom and the knowledge. And look what you've been through. You told people what you've been through. You was a rag doll. To be where you at now, you came from hell to heaven.
Jesus.
I've seen you go through the transfer. He's like, oh my God. So again, you only made it because God kept pushing you.
Yeah.
You holding on. Same way Jacob wrestled with God and turned to Israel. So again, I love you. I can't order you, none of that. But I'm telling you what God tells me to tell you. You know who I am to you. This ain't my show. This is our show. You gotta be here. We're gonna touch millions of people. God gonna give us $15-20 million in account where we can fly all over the world and have vocational school. The vocational schools gonna save our people with the word of God.
Yeah.
That little church, put you a co-pastor, somebody in there. When you ain't in there, hey, go teach. You need to be on national TV where millions of people can hear you. You can't put you in no box. You too big for a box. You gotta be national. Do you hear me talking to you?
I hear you. You
Okay.
just haven't talked to me in a while. We're gonna have to catch up now. I'm gonna have to let you know where I'm at and what I'm doing.
Oh, that's good. We'll talk about it off there. Somebody got their thing unmuted and somebody making noise in the back or something I heard. Please don't do that. I love you. So again, Jonah, what do you think about what Roland just said?
Well, first of all, I just want to, when he said they're trying to get rid of Black excellence, and he said we're not going anywhere. The fear that we see in America that's coming against the nationality of the African Americans, the Black race, the culture of Black excellence. We don't need, we don't need all the extras to be able to be on top, to do the things that we're doing. It has always been promoted with fear. What we see is the fear of America because we have always done things in excellence. They have been trying to put their foot on the Black people's neck as long as we've been in existence, because they're afraid of the excellence. They're afraid of us being able to arise to occasion. We have always been in control, but what we have allowed is the culture of influence to make us feel like that we're not enough, that we need more. I was telling my African American women just today, I said, we say we want to be natural, but every time something big happens to us, we go run and get stringy hair. We say we want to be natural and rock our culture and rock our truth. And either way is okay with me, because as long as you're rocking what you believe you are, it's fine. I said, but the culture of influence has dummied us down and made us think that we have to alter who we are to become who they want us to be. But the truth of it is we're not going anywhere. We've never been anywhere. We have been altered and we have been held back in an instance until now we're in a place because of white America that we're rising to understand why they are that afraid of me. Why they trying to oppress me that bad that they want to shut the only power that I have down, and that's the voice. The voice of who I am speaks louder than anything else. So they want to shut down Black excellence. They want to shut us down for actually rising to the occasion. But if the truth be told, we have already been to the occasion. When they was throwing us trash in slavery, like pork bones and neck bones and chitlins and all of that nasty stuff, we fed our children with that. And now all of a sudden, it's $16.99 a pound, and the white people buying it, and now it becomes it's the cultural thing now. Now oxtails, you can't even afford them anymore, and that used to be trash. I'm just talking about what we made treasure out of trash, and now all of a sudden we can't afford it. We have always been on top. We just didn't have the eyes to see and the ears to perceive what we were already doing, because we allowed them to play switcheroo with us. We come up with an idea, they make it their idea. We come up with a strategy, they make it their strategy. But we are here to stay. We are the thumbprint of America. America was built on our backs. And so with what he was saying is all true. You know, we may not see it the way a lot of people perceive it, but all we have to do is understand the power of our voice, Dr. Jeremiah. All we have to understand that I don't have to fight with this anymore. Sometimes it may be necessary to hit back. But if I hit with the power that was given to me, which is my voice, understanding where I'm going, understanding where I come from, understanding what it was much need and it was necessary, some of the things that we grew through in order to land where we are. Why? Because it makes me understand the power that I possess. And the thing of it is, everybody want to look at it a bad way, right? We look at it, you know, because I couldn't look at the bad thing the way I've been raised up and the things that I've been drugged through, you know, been in the ditch, the dungeon, the whatever you want to call it, the cave. But I'm reminded David said, I'm going to stay into this stronghold until I see what God do for me. David was in the cave, but it wasn't until David was in the cave that he was able to write the Psalms that he wrote. I need the Black of African America to pinch themselves and say, what didn't kill me made me rise to the occasion. Stop. We're not going to even go back and reach and say, well, I've been through this and you did me that. I'm looking for you to rise up from where you are and say, no more will I take the back seat. No more will I be silent. No more will you allow me to think that I'm not enough, that I'm not fearfully and wonderfully made in the image and in the likeness of my Father. Listen, to be honest with you, it ain't a black and white thing. It's about the authority that you're willing to raise up to and say, I'm on the right side of the track. I'm not telling you that you're not good enough. I'm not telling you that you're not able to do it. But what I am telling you, that I am well capable of being exactly who God created me to be. And this is the time that we need to embrace and say, I'm not backing up. I'm not coming down. I know exactly who I am and what I've been called to do. And this is the season, my brothers and sisters, that we are in. This is the place and the position and the posture we have to take. No more taking a back seat talking about, well, you know, I done been through so much. Everybody been through so much. But have you been through enough that you say enough is enough? And that's where we have to be and say, you know what, I'm going to take a step forward, no longer where I operate. You know, people have this cliche say, well, if I'm going to go afraid. I bind that in the name of Jesus, because God has not given us a spirit of fear. He gave us love, the power, and a sound mind. You don't have to go in fear. I'm going in faith. I may not go knowing everything I need to know, but I know that who goes with me. And if God be for us, who can be against me? We need to stop saying this foolishness. I'm going to go scared. I'm not going scared. I'm going bold. I'm going courageous. And I'm going with authority. Why? Because I am the head and not the tail. I am above and I'm not beneath. I know who I am and I know who I belong to. So since we rocking about knowing who
Whoa.
I can't come down. What they said, I'm going to go on the wall and I'm going to watch, fight, and pray. I'm going to throw my sword while I'm praying. I'm going to throw my licks while I'm praying, because I'm not coming down. This is not the season to retract. This is not the season to come down. This is the season that you flick your light on and let you be the light of the, I'm going to shine, and I'm not going to come down and dim myself down for nothing, because we've done it far too long. They're going to hate you either way. I might as well give you something to your resume, your bio about me, because I'm not coming down and I'm not backing up. Period. Period.
Boy, we're going to cut that up. We're going to cut that up and put that out there, because every woman need to hear that, and black men, y'all need to hear that, because the black woman is stepping up more than us now, y'all. We got to step up with them. I'm not trying to knock y'all. I know where y'all at tonight. It's the last night to get your alcohol. I understand. You go at all these clubs, I drive by, I see you. You hookah pipe and the David Dukes and all that. But why you playing games? They are setting up to kill us mentally, spiritually, and financially, and with that dirty food we eat that's killing us. So we have to wake up, ladies and gentlemen. This is nothing to play with. We must wake up and come back to God. That's where it's at. Dr. Jonah Nico just told you the truth. So what did I say? I didn't say kill. What did I say? Tell me. Tell me that one thing.
You said unalive twice, 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
The ill word.
Yeah, they're trying to take us out.
They're trying to unalive us.
They're trying to unalive us. They don't want us here. But this is what I do have to say to Roland Martin, and I agree with him. And I agree with you, Jonah. But we have to do export and import. We got to reach over to Africa now, like we're doing. Ain't enough of us reaching. That's our gold, our diamonds. That's our all. So we got to reach over there. We just can't be local. Now, we have to be international, Jonah. We just can't be local. I'm just going to Beaumont. Well, I'm just going to Houston. I'm just going to Galveston. No. We the original man and woman, Jonah.
We have to make those commitments, and we have to make those connections. We have to we have to build relationships beyond our boundaries, because we have been taught and told that we only can stay in a demographic, and the truth is not it. You know, until my mind opened up, and I'm just gonna say it. When I made my first million, it was because I branched out from my region. My region is settled in what they got going on. You know, oh, you come to my church and make this, you come to my church. I don't do churches around here, period. I'm just saying. I don't do that. Not because I'm better, because God has enlightened me. So, you know, when I go to Chicago, when I go to California, or when I'm in Mexico, or when I'm in Africa, or when I'm wherever God send me, I understand connections and commitment and relationships are everything. And not just for me, but who can I be a conduit for? Who I can bring there to make this connection to? You said something about the women selling their body, and you're talking about the unalive. You know, we look at in the news about how police are killing the African American men as well as women. We look at, but this the thing of it is, then we want to start saying Black Lives Matter, and then they started coming against us saying that Black Lives Matter while we're killing each other. Listen, that's the spirit of Egypt. You know, until we understand the spiritual battles, we won't understand the natural. That's the spirit, the still thing, the stigmatism that's holding against us from way back with Moses and Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Just like they have generational blessings, there's generational behaviors. I won't say generational curses, because curse was the man that hung to the tree. But I will say generational behaviors. People have taught us how to be crabs in the buckets and how to destroy and implode within. I'm gonna take her down, and I'm gonna take him down. I'm not gonna buy them a Benz, and I'm not gonna buy her a house. But we sitting here buying the white people houses, and we sitting here buying the Hispanic houses, and we sitting here buying Asian people houses, and we don't even understand how we're killing each other in a demographic measure, how we killing each other financially. A gun ain't the only thing, or a knife ain't the only thing, or drugs ain't the only thing killing. We're killing people with demographic things. And so the woman thinks somebody told her, you only as good as your hips and your lips are. Somebody told her, oh girl, present your body and you can get what you want to get. But the truth of it is, until we understand to present our bodies as living sacrifices, holy and acceptable unto God, which is my reasonable service. So if I take this old nasty body and let God clean it up and present it to him, he'll do wonders with your body. Your body will put you in rooms that you don't have to take your clothes off for. I'm a witness, baby. Your body will put you in a position. Why? Because now I'm a living sacrifice. And God said, I can trust you, sister. I can trust you to go to the hard places. And you don't have to take your shirt off. You don't have to unbutton nothing. All you got to do is show up, and I'll show out for you.
That's
and
right.
You got to get the mindset off of us African-American women that your breasts got to be a certain size. Your butt got to be a certain size. What about your brain matter? What about your heart? What about your heart? What about your disposition? What about your little girl looking at you and say, oh, the only thing good about me is the way my lips and hips are shaped? No, baby, you got to be more than a body. You got to be brain. You got to have tenacity. You have to have a capacity to house what God want to give you. Yeah. Why he not trusting us with much? Because he can't trust us to say, I don't need you to give your body away. I need you to give me your heart and watch me do what I'll do with your body. And I'm just telling you because I've learned that thing. Because I grew through that thing. Somebody told me you'll never be good, but on your back and your knees. The devil is a whole lie. I'm Dr. Nico now. He changed my name. And he didn't change it because I took off my clothes. When you understand who you are, Black Queen, when you understand who you not, then you will understand where you can grow to, what you can be stretchable for. God want to make room for him in you.
Yes, ma'am. I'm just so glad that God allowed you, ladies and gentlemen, for my sister to go through that prostitution and drugs and thugs and alcohol and all the buffoonery. But the great thing about it, God said he would take the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. So she in a good place. And you can see the product. And a lot of people that not spiritual don't understand Dr. Renee Jonah. I'm going to always say something to her on this show. And when we get to the station where we got a station with housewives and wilding out, we're going to knock them all out. We're going to knock them out. They ain't talking about nothing. We got solution to the problem. People need solution today. We ain't going over there to gossip and who's sleeping with who and fighting and swinging and throwing bottles at each other, pouring alcohol, sleeping with each other's husband and sleeping up. All the foolishness, because that's what they want. That's distraction. And long as they can keep you distracted, you'll never get to God. Here go one of the biggest distractions in the world right here. We get up in the morning, grab the iPhone. More people than got killed for Michael Jordan tennis shoes and iPhone than anything else. Michael Jordan tennis shoes and iPhones now is the head killer. A 14-year-old killed a 8-year-old, smothered him. A 12-year-old killed an 8-year-old Jonah last week and smothered him because he took his phone. And then some little boys went over to North Shore. Some kind of way the boy got the boy phone. And me and Catherine was on the show. And I told Catherine and told the people, we going to keep dying for these iPhones. Before I got the iPhone out my mouth, there was a North Shore shot through the boy house and killed him.
Excuse me, Minister. Pow pow. You got pow pow and it's unalived.
Huh?
Pow pow and unalived.
Unalived. They're going to get me because I'm just keep saying unalived.
Now they're going to get the show and we're not going to be able to get the message out.
I want to debate with them about that. All the killings going on, they want us to say unalive.
Unalived.
Okay,
do you want the show to be reach the masses?
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. Let me say what I'm saying.
If no, then we won't reach. They won't push us.
Okay, ma'am, I hear you. I'm saying to you, I'm looking at this TV. They just shot all these people for the last 4 weeks. They shooting it. I'm supposed to say they unalive, or I'm supposed to say 3 of them died and 7 alive. Well, how am I gonna keep lying to myself and say unalive? They dead.
It's pow pow. If you want YouTube to block us on the algorithm, that way you will not be able to get the message out that you want to save lives. Keep speaking the way you're speaking, and I'm cool with it.
Ma'am, I'm not arguing with you. So you saying the white man telling me I have to say the word unalive.
Unalived.
Unalive.
Let me do what Master tell me. Let me do what Master tell me so I can get the show out. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some unalive people that's not here for these telephones. Okay. And we shooting and killing. Oh, that's right. We shooting and unalive. Oh, Lord. Unalive.
Pow, pow.
It's going to be hard for this, Jonah. Unalive. Oh, my God.
And Jesus. You pow-powing.
Boy, they something else, ain't it?
Do you see how our voice is the voice is the power. You know, we can say, but you know what? The truth of it is, we're going to learn their lingo. We're going to learn their language because it's not about, because it's about getting it out there. So if you want me to say pow, pow, and unalive, then I'm going to play your game because I'm still going to do it passionate and I'm going to do it full of power. Pow, pow, and unalive. I told you the other day when we talked, what? I said, you're going to have to change some of your, and I didn't even know that, but I said, you're going to have to change some of that language. That's okay. Because we have a mandate on our life and we're going to rise to the occasion.
Unalive. We have some people unalive, 3 of them unalive, 7 alive, and some of them in the hospital from the shooting of the school, and they unalive people with these telephones, and they unalive behind these phones. And I'm going to learn how to say this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm with Jonah. I'm with Catherine. I'm going to do what Master tell me to do while I can get it out. Oh, boy. Well, Master, something else. Well, Master tell you how to speak. It's his language. It ain't mine. Yeah, this is not a good language. not nine. It's a made up language, by the way. Yeah, but anyhow, thank you, Catherine. We agree with you. Turn that siren on if we do something wrong. Yeah, I like that siren. Let's go to the next one. Give me, I think that's Malcolm. I want Jonah to get into that one, and Medina and yourself, and Renee keep flying out. Another lady came in. Is she here? Because I don't see her.
And thank you,
No.
Catherine.
No, it's not.
Is not another lady here?
No.
Okay. Well, she must have
So
flew
were
out.
you asking for any means necessary, or you're asking for something else?
Enemy
By any
necessary.
means Okay, here we go.
I want Jonah and Medina and Renee. I thought Renee was here. I think Renee keeps fading out. Phone messed up.
Talk that sounds very much like it.
No, I think that the guilt complex of the American white man is so profound until when you begin to analyze the real condition of the black man in America, instead of the American white man eliminating the causes that create that condition, he tries to cover it up by accusing his accusers of teaching hate. But actually, they're just exposing him for being responsible for what exists.
Well, that's something of an argument, but I've heard speeches made by some of the people of your group. I think I've heard you make speeches. It seemed to me that you were advocating what I would have to describe, I think, as violence to meet the serious injuries that have been done your people, with which I totally agree.
I don't call that violence. I don't in any way encourage black people to go out and initiate acts of aggression indiscriminately against whites. But I do believe that the black man in the United States, and any human being, anywhere, is well within his right to do whatever is necessary, by any means necessary, to protect his life and property, especially in a country where the federal government itself has proven that it is either unable or unwilling to protect the lives and property of those human beings.
Just before Pierre takes it, you've got a pretty good...
Wow.
Y'all come back on. Bring them on. Who want to speak? Catherine, Jonah, Medina, what y'all just heard before I speak on it. Because what we're dealing with, Dr. Jonah, Catherine, and Medina, we dealing on this show going to be cut up. It is going out. What we doing, Dr. Jonah, we trying to shock them and make them wake up, and especially our young people, and let them know it's a time of crisis. This is a state of emergency. This is very serious. We got 27 psychiatrists just did a thing about 4 weeks ago, and they said that Donald Trump is the most dangerous man in the world in that White House. And we need to get him out quickly. Because in his mind, if I go, everybody go. That man starts something with China, we out of here. We out of here. China arsenal is 15 years in front of us. They drones are all in our states. They done bought up 50, 60%. I got the maps to it right now. So China is a new world power. We number 2. We ain't number 1 no more. So India went with them. North Korea, Taiwan. Putin tricked Donald Trump. Putin, Russia with it. And they just gave Kima Fasa like $7 to $10 billion. No tariff, no taxes, nothing. So China is rebuilding Africa and giving them their dime and their gold, saying, give me our part, here go your part. Give us our, we not gonna rape you. We're not gonna do what America did to you. China's being fair with them. And China just gave Canada $900 billion, Jonah. We don't have the same oil no more. That oil been taken because Donald Trump went to the people that owe crazy taxes. India done left us. Russia done left us. We about to lose $1 trillion behind Donald Trump. Donald Trump, one man, is going to bankrupt America, trying to save these little 83 billionaires we got over here. That's what's in his mind. That's how sick he is. You want to speak?
Well, I
Uh,
want the ladies to speak. Yeah, go ahead. Because I mean, of course, I have something to say, but I want them to be able to say whatever.
Medina,
no,
Catherine.
thank you. Yeah, I was just going to ask, going back to the video, as to your thoughts on what any means necessary means
Yeah.
today.
Me or Dr.
I
Jeremiah?
let Jonah answer, then I answer.
Okay.
Well, any means necessary. We see what any means necessary now. When Malcolm X was speaking, that's what we're seeing now, that our government is doing any means necessary to try to suppress us even the more. You know, when they were doing a campaign talking about, what was the slogan? Was it making America great again? You know, making America great again. When you think about white America and you think about how white America think America being great again, it means to oppress African Americans. So they, in a sly kind of way, hopefully we thought maybe they're educated kind of way, they were saying, let's bring back slavery. Let's bring back the oppression. You know, we're oppressing them in a secret kind of manner, but we're going to stand flat footed and we're going to do it in their face now. So any means necessary. We kind of seeing that he's doing things any means necessary. But I really want to talk about the cover up that he was talking about. He said that the guilty complex. So we see also you got some that's kind of feeling, well, I'm going to do the cover up. And the cover up for me is that let's sell them something that they're impressionable and they can believe. And even if it's not the older generation of the African American, let's go and start tainting the young generation. And so what we see, they selling them drugs, they're selling them sex, they're selling lies. And so because of the power of influence of these the iPhones and the Samsungs and all of the social media and whatever else they have accessibility to, is everything is sold with drugs. Everything is about alcohol. Everything you see, you know, we got our black princesses on there selling the things about rum. You know, they walking up and with their sensual and sexual outfits, and they got a glass of alcohol and telling you how good it is to drink it. And then you got cigarettes and you got vapes, and they telling you how cool it is to vape. And you know, so there are a cover up, because now if I can distract you about what I'm trying to do without you understanding that I'm trying to destroy your little babies and your children this way and make them think that drugs, alcohol, sex, and lies is okay. Now we got more drug dealers and you got fentanyl. So this is the cover up that I'm going to bring and present something else to the younger people, so now they can take each other out. And it's not the pow anymore.
Come on.
Now it's alcohol and drugs. Now the vape, they tell you, oh, don't smoke cigarettes. You can do vape. Vape is one of the #1 causing cauterizing the vocal cord and causing cancer in the throat. But they tell them, well, don't smoke cigarettes anymore. Let's go to vapes. And the unfortunate thing about the cover up, we're believing it. So now you got 12-year-olds bringing vapes to school. You got 9-year-olds vaping at school. Now you got, it's just blowing my mind how they're selling something now, the cover up. And then they want to make us believe that it's our fault. We don't have the money to bring this stuff to the stage. We don't have enough money to bring vapes and reintroduce new ideas about alcohol. Now you got alcohol in tea. You got alcohol in lemonade. You got hard soda water. They putting it in everything now. So the cover up is to make you believe what I'm presenting is better than what I presented last time.
Come on.
So now we got the cover up trying to bring the blame on us that we're selling this stuff to each other. And we are, because you got in every neighborhood in the African American culture, there's an alcohol place, there's a drugstore. I'm just saying. And we're not looking at it, because when we say we want to be entrepreneurs, the first thing they'll give us our liquor license, but they won't give us a business license to go open up a credit unit or a bank somewhere. I'll give you a liquor license so you can implode yourself and destroy. So the cover up is to make us believe they selling us a story that it's our fault. And part of it is our fault because we believe in the story. But the truth of it is they're presenting the stage and we're just actors on the stage. So the guilty complex, I get guilty from one moment, but I'm not going to take full responsibility of destroying this culture. I'm just going to do a cover up and make it think it's their fault that they're.
Come on.
And so that's what we see. So then you go back to by any means necessary. I'm gonna do what I have to do to take them out by any means necessary. And unfortunately, some are believing the hype, and some of us are waking up to say, you know what, I'm flipping the switch on. And now I'm becoming aware and I'm becoming awake and I'm becoming very alert about what's been hoodwinked me, what's been sold to me. Now I don't believe the story. So it's our job. And guess what? I'm gonna take the African American out. It's our job as humanity. It's our job as Christian kingdom believers, disciples of Christ. It's our job, if we awake, to awake somebody else. If we are aware, to make someone else aware. And if we are alert, no matter what culture you in, if you are aware about the implosion and the destruction and the distractions that they're causing humanity to fall in, then it's our job to be the one to wake them up. It's just our job.
I agree with you 1,000%. I want to, Catherine asked a great question, because millions of people in America, and out of 8 billion people, and people have seen the movie, Malcolm, and they don't know what by all means necessary. By all means necessary, because I studied it, and he is right here, our brother. You know, can y'all see that?
Mm-hmm. It's fading and out.
You have to hold it directly in front of you.
Directly?
There you go.
See it now?
Keep still.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
now we can.
Okay. That's Martin Luther King and Malcolm. So what I'm saying to you is that what Jonah said, when Malcolm said by all means necessary, they forced him to say that because you sick dogs on us. You beat us at the lunch counter. We should have never integrated with them. Never. Because that's why China's so powerful. China owned the whole Bel Air when you pass Gessner. They got about $6 billion worth of businesses. They got 600 some businesses. They got China Wall Street like we had Black Wall Street in Oklahoma. But we had it also in Wilmington in 1898. We had 100 Black Wall Streets. And they decimated every one of them. And the only one they dropped a bomb on was in 1921. And then they dropped another bomb on us in 1985 in the movement in Philadelphia. So you have to know your history, because we've been building it. We got 3 Black women on a bank right down the street in Katy. We got 19 women in Atlanta that's building a whole town, okay? 19 Black women. We got another Black woman with a bank in Dallas. We got another Black woman in Detroit with a hotel. Our women are stepping out. Black man, hear me. Let's step out with them. Let's support them. And wherever they smarter than us at, so what? So what? She knows something, you know something. Put it together. Push each other. You get her back, she get your back. Don't be jealous of your woman. Don't want to dumb your woman down. I'm not trying to knock y'all. Some of y'all like dumb women, where you can just, I don't like no dumb woman. I want her to think. And if she's smarter than me, go forward. I bet you I catch on. Keep going, baby. I'm right behind you. Go. So, yeah, that's me. Yeah. And if God gave us something, he gave it to her to give it to me. So again, when he said by all means necessary, he said if somebody come to your house and try to hurt your wife and your children, you the police of your house. You can call the police, but until the police get there, you got to protect your wife and the family. What you gonna do? I'm gonna walk in there and get Jonah. I'm gonna take in the back room and have sex with her, and then I'm gonna leave. Huh? I'm gonna take it. Huh? And we keep on thinking that all our slave brothers allowed that to happen. Them Marvisi didn't go for that. Nat Turner didn't go for that. Them Prosser didn't go for that. Marcus Garvey didn't go for that. Noble Drew Ali didn't go for that. I can keep on. Harry Tubman in the 1800s told him, went to the thing, Jonah, with about 75 women with a shotgun and said, if you hang one more brother, we're going to kill every one of you. They didn't hang nobody. That's why they don't want to talk about Harry Tubman. How to be well. They don't want to talk about how to be well. They want to talk about Rosa Parks, the one sit on the bus, which was great. She was still powerful. That was great, because the men in the back was telling, oh, Rosie, you're going to make it. You're going to get us in trouble. Come back here with us. Look at these cowards. Come back here. Instead of all of them go sit with her, do you know not one man went up there with her? She had to sit there by herself. Do you, not one male, not one man, not one boy went sit there with her. They let her sit there on her own. And that's how some of us right now. So again, when Malcolm said, by all means necessary, he's saying protect your wife, your family, and your children by all means necessary, and don't let them destroy your home. Don't let them destroy what you have. You have a right, Massa. No, this is my car, sir. Sir, this is my home. This is my wife, and these my children. I've done nothing. I work hard. You go my check. You go my bank statement. I don't sell drugs. I don't rob banks. I don't jump in windows and steal. So, sir, I'm begging you to leave my premises. Sir, Massa, I'm begging you to leave my premises. You're not going to touch my wife. You're going to touch my children. That's what he means by all means necessary. We have to stand on that. All that turn the cheek. No. That ain't what that means. I can turn the cheek with humility. Like if you curse me and call me an H or call me a boy, I can walk away. Back in the day, Jonah, I'd knock him in the mouth. But today, I can walk away because what you call me, if I answer to it, I just became that. You can't get me with that. Humility is the secret of greatness. So you can't get me with that foolishness. You can say something to me. A dude called me a snitch about 10 years ago. I never answered. Say I was a bomb. I never answered. Because God said my enemies, he'll make them out of my footstool. I don't have to answer. Dudes can say I'm gay. I'm not going to answer. I don't care what they say. My player haters is my elevator. So the more you talk about me, is the more God's going to raise me. So keep talking about me. Keep on putting me down. One girl, Jonah, about 7 years ago, was told the police department on the north side, say I raped her. They ain't doing rape kit. They said, who raped you? Johnny Brown. Okay. He threatened me. He trespassed in my house.
It's essayed or graped.
Huh? Say what?
Essayed
S-A for rape?
or graped.
Say grape, G-R-A-P-E?
Yeah.
Wow.
Lord have mercy. Here go another one, Jonah.
Wow.
They lied on me and said I graped. Lord have mercy. Boy, I got to learn it, Jonah. If I want the show to go on, okay. So they say I graped. But all that I'm saying, watch this, Jonah. I go to court. I'm in the courtroom downtown. The police say, I walk up, he take me on the side. He say, the lady, I won't call her name, she just filed on you. Yeah. I say, well, what you want to do, get law? No. We already dropped it. Huh? The judge dropped it. I said, why? We know you. And we know you ain't gonna rape nobody.
Great.
We know you ain't gonna hit no black woman. We know who you are. When you was a gangster, you didn't do it. So we know you. Men and women want you. We know she lied and she wants your house. So we already dismissed it. You can leave. Jonah, I never hired a lawyer. Never got arrested. Never talked to the judge. They dismissed it before I got in the courtroom.
Come on, God.
That's the God I serve.
Come on, God.
Because God put 5,000 habit-making angels around me. The police stopped me the other day about a year ago. I'm flying, doing about 90, Jonah, 90. Woo. Pull over. I said, man, I'm trying to get to church. Johnny Biden, that's you? Dr. Jeremiah, yeah. Slow down now, don't you hurt yourself. Get to church, go teach the word, boy. Yeah.
And
Well, they give me a ticket. A lady stopped me about 2 months ago. I was picking up Dr. Renee from the airport. And I dropped off and I'm doing about 85, right? And this Spanish lady pulled behind me, Jonah, pulled me in the thing. I'm doing this, I want children to see the favor that's on us. I want them to see the favor on me. Johnny Biden, the biggest gangster. Now I'm on humility. I work for God. I'm a servant for God. Now I got more favor than I ever had in my life. Look what she say. She say, why you driving like that? And you pull over. I got behind you to help you, then you pull off. I said, ma'am, I didn't know that was you. She said, well, why you driving like that? I said, ma'am, this thing coasters or Escalade. I didn't even know I was doing 85. I said, because I'm not no hurry. So where you come from? I said, well, And Dr. Nate say, oh, he just dropped me off. And the lady wrote the ticket, got my driver license, my insurance. She came back. Watch this, Jonah. Tore the ticket up. Say, I'm not writing your ticket. Here go your warning. You take care of yourself and you keep doing God's work. And put her name on there and told me to pray for her.
Come on, Jesus.
Do you hear me? That's God, man. I know that ain't me.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't that stupid to think it's me. But I do know it's the God in me that's protecting me where I can be here with you, where we can go all over the world and save lives with our voice and be God's spokesperson. I'm not knocking these pastors, but Jonah, they can't do what me and you gonna do because they ain't sold out. They ain't been where we been. They genuflecting. In Ezekiel 34, God said, you clothed yourself, you fed yourself, but you have not fed my flock. You have scattered my people. God said, I'll send Prince David to remove you. So this is what's going to happen. Almost 70% of the pastors, Jonah, if we had 400,000 churches, if just 1,000 churches would follow Jesus, we have 10, 15, 20 church banks. We have credit unions, finance companies. We'll be growing our own food, change our diet, get off diabetes. Look at you, you done lost all that weight. Get off diabetes. Catherine, she lost 100 pounds, had diabetes. She lost 100 pounds in about 10 months. So again, our health is our wealth.
Our health is our wealth.
So we can't play with that. Food gonna kill more people than crack cocaine, more than gun, all them things together. Food. Chick-fil-A, the number one chicken place, they got 50 ingredients in their chicken, 50 man-made ingredients, where it hooks you to the chicken and make you go back like you're a dope fiend. I have Chick-fil-A. I gotta have Chick-fil-A. I have to have Chick-fil-A. They got you wide up. McDonald's got the same thing. They got 13,000 McDonald's. McDonald's so hip, they done went got a McDonald's, a vegan McDonald's. I just found out last night they opened up a vegan McDonald's because they done killed so many people. They got a vegan McDonald's. The vegan bacon, vegan sausage, vegan hamburger. Yeah. I don't know where it's at, but I seen it on a commercial last night.
Don't want to lose no customers.
That's what they're doing it for. They don't want to lose no customers, and they don't kill so many people, they feel a little guilty. So ladies and gentlemen, this show is to wake you up. This show is to make you better. This show is to make you make the right choices. We love you all. And we are here because I've been from death row to God's road. And me and Jonah been to hell with a gasoline jacket on. Sister Medina come out of San Diego and then Philadelphia and then Charlotte. She went through something. And then Catherine was up in Fort Worth. She ain't never been in the street like we've been in the street. So ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people won't make it back. That's why I'm telling you, young children, and Jonah telling you, come out the game. The game is out. Get out the drug game and get out the game. Want to stay in the game? We'll help you stay in the game. Chris Blood, L. Rookies, stay in the game. Bishop Dixon got a game called A Good Game. Let us open up the vocational school in Beaumont, 2 in Houston, 2 in Dallas, 2 in Chicago, Detroit, where we can do like Marlon Gill did from Jefferson and open up the vocational school and then indoctrinate you with God and get a personal relationship with you. Now you're making over $100,000 with your hand. You ain't got to beg nobody for nothing. You ain't got to snatch no purse. You ain't got to rob nobody. You'll be a carpenter, electrician, a welder, and then we need 5 kind of securities. And some of y'all have to have a gun. We lost 1 million black women in 10 years. They're kidnapping our women on the black market. The black woman body parts are more expensive than anybody on the planet Earth. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm crying out for you. Help me. Subscribe. We ask you to subscribe, not for me. Subscribe so every time we come out, you can help us save lives. This is what it's about. Me and Willie D done touched almost 12 million people in 3 months. We're going to touch another 12 over here. I got Dr. Jonah Nico. We are going to shock the world. We're going to get a TV show, and we will be in the top 5 in the United States of America. I'm going to say it again. In the top 5, in the top 3. We going for it. We can debate with anybody. We ain't trying to hurt your feelings. We can debate with any of you all because we got common sense. And God brought us back because he said, I would take the foolish things of the world and confound the wise. There go a fool and a foolish thing. Jonah was a fool, but I was a fool. And my name was dumb. But today, I'm Boaz, and Ruth is here. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. And by all means necessary, protect your wife, your family, and your children. We're not trying to hurt no one, but we are no longer going to allow you to hurt us. We're not doing it. Please, we begging you, leave us alone. And I promise you, we'll leave you alone. But you're not coming to our house and take our wife, our women, and our children. We have to stand. If we can't stand for our family, then we'll go for anything. Come on, Jonah.
I want to just go back a little bit, because one of the things I just keep hearing the Holy Spirit say, I want the people to be awake and alert, because systematically racial profiling, if we don't understand who we are and who we not and what we are able to do, then we'll be stereotyped and to continue to operate in the vein of the gang banging, the drug violence, the sex pornography, the perversion, all of those things of above. You need to go back and be able to verse yourself about your history. We're believing, a fear of our culture, because that's what's going on. When Dr. Malcolm X was talking, he said they feared him because he was bringing alert and awareness to the culture about who they was not. He was telling them, any means necessary. Yeah, he was telling them to protect their families and all of that. But he was also telling them to go get versed, go get educated, go understand where we are and what we have. Right. What we're capable of doing. And I believe because we're systematic racially profiled as being angry people and dumb people, and we're being portrayed in a negative manner, and we're not going to read and verse ourselves about who we really are, or we're not perpetrating and breaking down the spirit of fear, but having a sound mind, then we're falling for anything, especially our young people. We need to go and actually see what our hands touch, and what we brought birth to, what we conceived from the boardroom, and what we gave ideas to that birthed out, that we are a big part of America. We birthed out a lot of the things that we see in America, but because it's not taught, and because we're not going to read, and one of the things they said, if you want to keep something from an African American, put it in a book, because they're not reading. That's and so right. If we really want to go, and because we've been misunderstood in the culture. So if they feed all we are is angry, then that's what we become. If they feed to us in social media and social economics, all we are is violent people, then that's what we become. But if we go and go learn about the things that we've been through and we grew through, I'm talking about in the 1800s, the 1500s, we go way back and we start understanding what we had to fight through, what we had to grow through, what we had to dig our way out of to get where we are, then you won't mishandle your power. You won't be giving your stuff away and thinking it don't matter, and then killing each other. Then we'll understand why the older people are fighting so hard to stand up and speak loud and spare not about what we ain't gonna take and what we mean by any means necessary. It will become your power. It will become your passion to be a part of the bridge that's bridging over other young people and other, middle-aged people. And you're saying, no, they're not gonna do this to my grandparents. They're not going to do this to my mom and my daddy, because we got to make sure that we become the answers and we'll become solutionists, and we're not a part of the problem. So I need you to go back and not be misunderstood in the culture. Understand who you are. Understand what God said about you, so that you can understand the movement. The movement is powerful. We're trying to enlighten you and wake you up from being a systematically cultural profile. That's what we've been. We've been profiled to be angry African Americans. All we do is lie and drugs and violence, but that's not who we are. That's the picture they want to paint us to become. So I need you to wake up. I need you to be alert, and I need you to be aware of who you are and where you come from. You don't come from broken places. You come from power. You come from excellence. Right. You
That's
come from
right.
a place that you can stand up and be proud about, not bend your head and bow your head, but you can have your shoulders pushed back and you can have your chest stuck out and your head up, because I
That's
come from
right.
somewhere mighty. I come from somewhere powerful. And I just need you to go do your research and stop believing the hype on social media and letting them paint the picture that we're just angry African Americans. We might have something to be angry about, but we're not all mad at what's going on. We're taking a stand and we're taking our power back. And that's what they're upset about. So
And I agree with you 1,000%. I want to make a reference to my young brothers in Beaumont, Port Arthur, Lafayette, all the way back to Houston, New Orleans. There's too much killing going on. Look, man, I'm Johnny Bond. God saved me. I'm the biggest gangster in the state of Texas. So I'm telling you that it don't make sense for us. I'm on magazines, brother. I'm on magazines all over the world. I have my own magazine. I was with Whitney Houston. Supposed to pick up. Brother, I done it. Supposed to went on the road with Anita Baker. Had 7 millionaires. Powerful Jonah, my sister. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to tell you, shooting each other. When I got in the game, we was getting in the game to get out to go take care of our wife and our family. We wasn't getting no game to kill each other. Y'all shooting each other. Because you can't box, you can't fight. Gloves up and come down. Gloves up, guns down come from me. The Johnny Biden, I own that. They just doing it and I want them to do it. But I own that. Gloves up, guns down by Johnny Biden, I own that. So I'm letting them do it. I'm getting the boxing gym, the whole thing. But again, we want, I'd rather for y'all to box, Jonah, than to shoot each other. When the white man,
pow.
what I supposed to say?
Pow, pow.
Okay. When the pow each other. Don't pow each other. Stop pow each other. Stop knocking each other down. Stop taking each other's life. Can I say that?
Yes, sir.
Stop. Okay, I can make it now. Stop taking each other's life. Yeah, I can go that way. Pow ain't gonna work. So stop taking each other's life. That's not good. So I'm begging you, young guys, do a truce for 7 days. Just 7 days. There go my number. You can call me and Jonah. We'll pray for you and talk to you. Just 7 days. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. It ain't worth it. It's not worth it. And then when you get in prison, you ain't gonna get out. You're gonna do 30, 40, 50 years. When you get out, you're dead. You're gonna throw your whole life away. You have to rise above the emotion, thanking in the God. You got to rise above your emotion. Stop being triggered. You triggered because you got so much baggage. People that's triggeration got baggage. You emotional roller coaster. Soon somebody say something, what? Because you got so much baggage. You ready to go off. You leave the house with what? You ain't got God no way in you. Stop. Humility is the secret of greatness. Jesus brushed his feet off when they didn't want him and went to another city. When somebody don't want you, walk away. If somebody don't want me, I would not be tolerated. I'll be celebrated. This is why I got Dr. Jonah Nico on here, because she loved me and I love her and her husband know it. So me and her are brothers and sisters, and we are going to rock America. Not Beaumont, not Houston, America, then the world. And we're going to export and import with Africa. And we're going to have vocation school and boxing gym. We are going to leave a legacy before we die. We ain't going to sit around this mom and pop shop. We got work to do. And if we go and do it, God will give us what we need and give us friendship in all walk of life. What's wrong with us? We don't believe it, receive it, and God, we can achieve it. Doubt is death. Too many of you Negroes don't believe in God. Well, if I what? Well, we're going to keep hope alive. I ain't keeping no hope alive. I'm keeping God alive, and I'm going forward. God is not up there. He in me. Great is he in me, and he is the world. God is the supreme being. I'm the human being. The being is the entity God that's in me. Psalms 82, God judged the congregation of God. Y'all don't know. And your pastor, stop doing that. Stop telling people, look up there in the sky. The earth travels at 1,037, 1/3 mile per hour. In 12 hours was up and down, was down and up. So stop that lie. Stop lying to your people. Stop it. That's why Jesus says, suffer the little children, forbid them not. Let them come unto me. He moved the disciples out the way. And then Jesus said, if you hurt one of these, you'd rather put a milestone around their neck than be thrown in the deep sea. Johnny Binder. God taught me while I was in there through Malcolm, through Martin, through Minister Farrakhan. I've been taught by the best, And I've not lost a debate, Jonah, in 34 years, and I will not lose one. Because when you debate with me, you ain't debating with me, baby. You're debating with God. And I do have the supreme wisdom, and I will use it. So when you come on this show, we trying to save your life, your children's life, your husband eating them hamburgers and pork chops and ribs and pepperoni with cheese, and he all fat, and we lead in heart disease, and you got to sneak out the house because y'all messed up. All right, baby. You just tore up from the floor up. Come on, y'all. Stop living to eat and eat to live. Stop it. You got to be strong enough to say no. And we eat 3 meals a day. That's too many meals. Breakfast means breaking fast. Soon you go, no. Get you some orange juice. Get you some oatmeal. Get you some fruits. Get something to drink something. And drink 3 bottles of water a day, spring water. And then alkaline. Spring is best, though. So again, ladies and gentlemen, and stay in Proverbs and Psalms of praise and worship. Proverbs gonna give you knowledge, wisdom, understanding, freedom, justice, quality, food, clothes, and shelter, love, peace, and joy. Ladies and gentlemen, me, Dr. Jonah, my producer, Catherine, the Empress, and all, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing we cannot do. We can do anything we want to do. Jonah, Dr. Jonah, Nico, I manage your son. And that's what God wanted. But now I didn't know why I really met you. Now I know. Me and you gonna go all over the world and be millionaires. We're gonna have our own airplane because God don't want us flying anywhere because they mess around and kill us. And we're gonna be saving people's lives. And we're gonna train and teach youth and young people to do what we do. So when we pass away, our word will never stop. Break generational curse and show our kith and our kind that God said in Isaiah 40, have you not heard? Has it not been told? There's nothing too hard for me. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Johnny Binder Show. I thank God for my sister, Dr. Jonah Nico. Came from nothing, came from prostitution and drugs. And look at her now. She's black and she's beautiful. Tell your husband, I'm so glad he stayed right there with you for 30 years.
30 years.
Kept on to you. Tell him I love him. Keep holding on to my sister.
Amen.
We will climb this chart. We're going to touch millions of people. And God going to give us millions of dollars where we can save lives and be some of the greatest humanitarians ever lived. That's what the Johnny Binder Show for. That's what the movie going to be for. The redemption of the American gangster, Johnny Binder and Marie Preston. Miss Nico, thank you, my producer, my COO, Miss Catherine. I want to thank you publicly for all the great work you do, how you put up with me and teaching me great and unalive. And thank you for putting the police on me. All of it. And Empress, thank you for letting us know we're going to export and import and go back to Africa. And so we're going to have dual citizenship. Us that's going to do this, we will be victorious. We be successful. All of you that don't want to do it, that's on you. If you want to sit on the sideline and work all your life and die, may God bless you. But me and Jonah and us, we're not doing that. She retired her husband. She's going to make sure he's good for life. Well, we got enough income coming in, residual, where we can be comfortable to do God's work. Dr. Jonah, Nico, That is going to happen. From this show, it's going to be God's show. And one day we have a Jeremiah and a Jonah show, and we'll never stop. And God is going to bless us tremendously. And you're going to be crying and saying, Jeremiah, I am so glad God put you in my life. And I'm going to say, Dr. Jonah Nicola, I am so glad God put you in my life.
Amen.
For your mother and your father, as you thank me for mine. We have a great work to do. Our children, our kids, and our kind are waiting on us to let them know knowledge, wisdom, understanding, freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, shelter, love, peace, and joy.
And I think that's a great way to close out the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I want you to play the one of the cartoon. Play the cartoon. I think it's 2 minutes long. We got 5 minutes, so play the cartoon.
% of your crew is snitching. Get out the game. Whatever money you got, go open some kind of business. If you don't know how to open up a business, do what my partner did. He gave his money to a restaurant owner. Now he rich because the restaurant owner pay him every month. He invested like $500,000 with him. And now he out of Galveston. So now he gets rich. Him and his wife got a big home. They come out of Texas University. If you ain't an entrepreneur, invest your money with Willie D. Or with Catherine, whoever doing business. With me, I'm going to build 90 townhouses. I need 2.5 right now. So again, invest your money with somebody you can trust. But get out the game. Because if you don't get out the game, you go into prison. And 85-90% of the time you do, when you get out, you'll be dead. It's not worth it. So this Johnny Biden talking to you.
My God. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out. Thank all of you. I think Miss Jacqueline just came on. Did she come on? Okay, I seen her name come up there. Thank you, Jonah. I'll get with you later on tonight or tomorrow. Send me your schedule so I can keep you, so we can build this when we get out. Put it all over your page because we need 500 more subscriptions where we can get monetized, where we start getting paid, and then we're gonna get our lawyer to negotiate us a multi-million-dollar contract. So let's get it done. God want to give us what we need, where we can be victors and successful. We will do it. We will be successful. I thank all of y'all tonight for coming out. It's been a wonderful show. And Captain, thank you so much for your producing and giving us all the tapes, putting them out at the right time. We got 2-3 more minutes. Let's go out on Johnny Biden on the short.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
Thank you. Take us out, Captain.
Yeah.
You helping me, Captain, all the rest of us, saving lives.
Yeah. Listen to me. Yeah.
So y'all celebrate us and help us open up vocational schools and save our kids and our kind. You don't want to do that. You want to sit in the back like a house nigga, a fool, and do what you do. Because I have 5,000 heaven-making angels around me. And anybody come against me, God is going to destroy them. I can name all the people that come at me. God has destroyed them, have created problems in their family.
Yeah. Yeah.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm saying to you is that the black woman is the mother of earth. She has melanin in her skin, right here, melanin. The sun is her friend, not her enemy.
Yeah. Yeah. restaurant owner. Now he rich because the restaurant owner paid him every month. He invested like half a million with it. And now he out of Galveston. So now he get rich. Him and his wife got a big home. They come out of Texas University. If you ain't an entrepreneur, invest your money with a D. Or with Catherine, whoever doing business. With me. I'm going to build 90 townhouses. I need 2.5 right now. So, again, invest your money with somebody you can trust.